with the way that Shepard's able to really kind of get to his underhook, because when you can get any kind of inside position like that, you can really dictate really the forward pressure in the match. And as the Cal Poly coaches were kind of saying, hey, look where Zinkin's going. If you're creating a lot of pressure forward and the other guy's backing out of bounds, you're going to get rewarded with the stall call against the other guy.
Clear the side. Don't let him stay there. Good. Stay in front of him.
Again, Shepard just really kind of dictating this match. He's really winning a lot of the inside battles, both with collar ties and inside ties, and obviously his underhook. And he's almost standing straight up. He's got double underhooks. Zinkin, he's hanging out on the edge. He's going to get dinged for that stall call. Associate head coach for Cal Poly, Chris Chuanuma, really enjoying a lot of the effort from Corbin Shepard, getting to those underhooks. Right back to it. I mean, Zinkin's got to do a better job really just controlling Shepard's hands. You can't let those underhooks in.
You got 35. 35.
Now, Corbin, he's been getting these holds, but I haven't really seen him try to create any kind of offense other than really that body lock that we saw on the far side of the mat.
Under half a minute here in the first.
And Zinkin's not out here. I mean, Zinkin has a lot of different ways that he can score on his feet. He needs to recognize that and continue to try to push forward. Zinkin, a big wrestling family out of Fresno. A lot of really good wrestling. Zinkin's up there. You can hear the Zinkin family yelling a little bit in the stands.
Don't let him recover here.
That'll do it in the first. Scoreless.
Scoreless after one.
The match score is 10-0 right now, Cal Poly. By the way, it's obviously Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, but there's a lot of Cal Polys now, but everybody in San Luis says we are the Cal Poly.
They are California Polytechnical College. However, Cal Poly Humboldt actually just brought back their wrestling program. They knocked off SF State. They actually have two Hall of Fame coaches that are older, and they're kind of close to retirement age. I'm not saying they're old, but the brothers, Jimmy and Lenny Zaleski, both guys, very high-level wrestlers from University of Iowa. Coached a couple different programs, Division I, and now are ending their coaching career together at Cal Poly Humboldt.
90 seconds left in this one.
Yeah, Zinkin doing a really great job adjusting his grips, now putting in that leg ride. And he's doing a good job. Now he's in the saddle. He's working really hard to really just try to break Shepard's position here, attacking that side that has that shoulder brace.
Left hip into him. Hip pressure. Let's work that leg out.
Let's see what he can do here, because if I'm Zinkin, if I can squeak out a turn here, this is going to be obviously really good situation for me going into the third period.
Under a minute here in the second.
And here's what's really big too, Vance, is we have that riding time. So Zinkin has Shepard flattened out right now, but he's got over a minute of riding time. So if I'm Zinkin in this situation, I want to continue to build that riding time, because in the third period, when it's my choice, I don't even have to choose down. I can just choose neutral, and I'll have a 1-0 lead at the end of the match if I do not give up another score.
Coming up on a half a minute left here in the second.
Zinkin he's wrestling like a backpack right now. He's just doing a really good job staying on Shepard's hips, and now with both legs in, he's going to start looking for a power half. And the way that he's going to do that, he's going to try to sneak his left hand underneath and take Shepard over at the elbow and kind of relock over Shepard's hand.
Short time here left.
CSUB bench right now, they're trying to encourage the referees to award a stalling on bottom. And they might get it. I mean, right now, Shepard, this is a really tough position to build your base. Zinkin now has 2 minutes of riding time. We'll see what happens. Oh, Smith is being crafty here. He's saying, hey, let's go top. And that's a really great choice in the third period, right? You've shown, just based on that second period, Zinkin's done a really great job riding. Oh, looks like they're going to choose down. Okay.
Well, I looked over at the end of the period, and every coach over there had thumbs up. And he started up, now he's down.
I actually think top would have been a good choice here.
Important third period here to get this Roadrunner crowd kind of give him a jolt.
And here's the situation, too. If Zinkin does get out, I mean, it doesn't really change things too much for Shepard. Shepard could just go get a takedown, and he'll still be up by 1. But Zinkin in a great spot for a reversal right now. Corbin getting stuck on his back just for a second.
Hey.
And Zinkin able to get a big reversal. And he's effectively up 3-0. If you add that riding time point in, he's now taken back up close to 2 minutes of riding time.
Get it here. You make this decision. Other one in! Other one in!
Nothing like it, a wrestling crowd. You can hear them from the stands.
Yeah, I mean, that's
You don't hear that in any sport. Basketball, nothing.
That's the Zinkin family up there, you know. They're getting excited. It's a big family of wrestlers. Hayden Zinkin carrying that torch, wrestling Division I level at CSU Bakersfield.
Bullard High School. Shepard's out of Blue Springs, Missouri. Redshirt sophomore, went to the namesake, Blue Springs High School. Just over a minute left here in the second. Again, match score is 10-0, Cal Poly San Luis.
Zinkin gets both the boots in now. He's underneath the arms. He really needs to work hard to take out Shepard's arms. He really wants to work hard to break him out. Shepard's showing some grit, though. That takes a lot of strength to hold that quad pod. Zinkin just being tough, being gritty. I mean, that's what Bakersfield wrestling's all about. And honestly, I mean, as an alum, that's what we really want to see. It's just tough, gritty wrestling.
Well, I sure like that reference, wrestling like a backpack. That's just excellent.
Not happy about that call. So the referee is going to call a stalemate. He's going to call a second stall call on Zinkin. And they're going to get a fresh restart. But here's the thing, Zinkin, 30 seconds left. He's effectively up 3-1. Shepard's going to need a reversal with this riding time point locked up. So Zinkin, as long as he doesn't give up the reversal, and he's still in a pretty good spot.
30 seconds remaining in the second period here. We're in the 141s.
Zinkin needs to be careful about forcing that leg in. And he's right on his hip. Zinkin, you got to get off your hip. This is a good spot for Shepard. He's trying to grab that heel of Zinkin. He wants to pop that knee. Now he's looking to go back to his base. Zinkin needs to not force the leg in. Short time left. We're under 10 seconds. He needs to go short time right out underneath the arms. He's not safe yet. Man, great job by Hayden Zinkin. Just gritty wrestling.
Wow. He gets up, points at the crowd. And I was mistaken. We're in the third period. Sorry, everybody. How about it?
I mean, we needed that for the Roadrunners. That's going to put the team score 10-3.
We'll be back right after this. Fuel on the field in Bakersfield. So 3 here. Okay, so
Kyle, we still do not have YouTube live right now.
what was that win? 2-1?
That was a 3-1 win for Zinkin, and it looks like we do have YouTube Live coming up.
How many? Welcome back, everybody. Fuel on the field here at Cal State Bakersfield. We're into the 149s, and who do you have, Brian?
So we got from Cal State Bakersfield, we have Brock Rogers. Rogers really having a great year, really showing a lot of growth compared to last season. I mean, last weekend we saw him get a ranked win over North Dakota State, and he's got a great opportunity again wrestling here, filling in for Chance Lamer. We have Hercules Winrath. Really tough wrestler. He's a freshman from Huntington Beach, California. He's wrestled at Fountain Valley High School. Fountain Valley is really just trying to grow and becoming a really great, prominent high school down the southern section of California. So we got really both two great California high school wrestlers now wrestling each other at the Division I level here in the field.
With a first name like that, Hercules, high expectations.
I will say this. One of the things I notice a lot about some Fountain Valley wrestlers, they do like to lift. So if your name is Hercules, you got to be strong.
We're ready.
Brock, again, really kind of known for his very iconic level change. He's got great level change. Really gritty in the top position as well. Hercules, the freshman, getting an opportunity to spot start for ranked wrestler Chance Lamer. We will be seeing a Lamer later in this duel at 184 pounds. The Lamer family from Crescent Valley up in Oregon. A lot of Lamers, Vance. A lot of Lamers in this sport. And Brock Rogers, good outside single attempt. Hercules doing a good job with that whizzer. Oh, great job squaring up his hips and getting his leg back away from Brock Rogers. The cyborg Brock Rogers adjusting one of his straps on his shoulder brace. Great collar tie from Brock Rogers. Let's see if he can chain it to some offense.
Minute 15.
You heard the Cal Poly coach bark out 75 seconds.
Good attempt here. Good fakes.
When you say 75 seconds, sometimes I have to do math because I just think minutes.
I'm working. I'm just trying to work you.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, we're under a minute here in the first. 149 weight class.
Snap. First contact.
One of the things that I love just hearing right now from Cal Poly is talking about be the first one to make contact. Hercules going far leg scramble. That's a little bit of a risky move here because you can give up sometimes some danger rule count, but Brock Rogers doing a good job squaring his hips. He's kind of going the wrong way, though. You want to keep that head covered and slide off. Hercules really just trying to hang on to avoid giving up that takedown. Really kind of a missed opportunity from Brock Rogers.
Good work. Good reset. Let's go, kid. Get it, buddy.
We got a great crowd here today.
Sure do. It's fun, festive.
See a lot of umbrellas up there. People trying to avoid that sun.
10 seconds.
For people that are watching around the country,
10 to 3.
I'm sorry you guys don't get this California weather. Just move out to California. I mean, the Central Valley is pretty much kind of like the Midwest.
Beautiful day. Moving to the second period, or 149 weight class. Coming up next is the Pac-12 Championships, March 6th, and then the National Championships, March 20th to the 22nd. Big weekend coming up here in Bakersfield, California for our high schoolers in the state.
Brock Rogers doing a good job getting his weight back. Hercules didn't really do a great job of getting pressure off the whistle, and that's one thing that, when we transition, when you're a high school wrestler and you're going into college, that mat wrestling is often an area that really needs a lot of development, right? And California high school wrestling, we talked about this last weekend, kind of different trends and patterns. A lot of California high school wrestling doesn't really focus on the mat. A lot of it's focused on our feet in neutral position. So if you want to be successful, though, in the Division I level, you need to make sure you're developing your mat wrestling. Good shot attempt by Brock Rogers, and great job by Hercules Winrath to get his legs back and hips away. Brock Rogers got a duck here. Let's see if he tries it. That'll be a little bit late now. Usually when you try to hit any kind of duck attempt, you want to hit it right away before your opponent can really kind of settle into anything.
Keep it up, Hurt.
Brock Rogers really is just trying to time Hercules' hands right now. And you can kind of see, like, Hercules is kind of keeping his hands down when they're in space, but when Brock goes to reach, his hand comes up too. And that gives him an opportunity for Brock, rather, to get in that single leg. Let's see if it happens again.
Nice.
Appropriate nickname, Herc. You can hear it from the audience and you hear it from the bench.
I mean, Hercules, that's a big name to say quickly.
You're right.
10 seconds.
It don't matter. We need a takedown either way.
Yeah.
Short time here.
You gotta shoot, Herc.
And we'll move into the third period here. 149's. Brian, your thoughts?
I mean, honestly, so it's great actually being next to the Cal Poly bench, especially as a coach, because I get to kind of hear their thought process for what they want to do. And Sarias was like, hey, we need a takedown either way. Let's choose neutral in the third. Right, and I think that's a great opportunity for Hercules, because if you end up choosing down, I mean, yeah, you might give up riding time, you might get out, but you're still going to need to go out and get a takedown. So why not just get the party started right away and start on our feet?
Yep, keep wearing on him. Find your
So Brock Rogers with that 2-0 lead over Hercules Winrath, the true freshman filling in for Chance Lamer.
Hey, you find it, Herc.
Minute and a half.
Brock Rogers, great level changes. Hercules is going to have to find a way to create some kind of offense. It seems like Brock Rogers doing a great job, really just kind of making first contact and initiating anything really that comes in the hand fight.
The knee brace, the shoulder brace, the tape, fingers and wrist banged up.
He's been pieced together by the CSB coaching staff and sent him out there. Just tape him up. Vance,
Winrath as well has it.
yeah, I mean, so Vance, how often when you look at other sports do you see true freshmen coming in and making an impact in a dual meet like this or any kind of event?
You know, we see it here and there with basketball and baseball for sure. You get some stellar athletes come right out of high school in the diamond sports. We've got a freshman softball player here for the Roadrunners, and #1 top freshman of the week in softball, pure freshman, and Malia Cherry. Look at this.
Yeah, Brock Rogers has a really good chance to kind of ice this duel right now, or ice this match. He gets a stall call, and he's in a great spot with his head outside, but it's going to get stalemated with 16 seconds left in the third period.
You gotta get one, Herc. You gotta get one. I was coming. Be ready. Let's go, Herc.
This is it.
Yeah, Hercules Winrath, you got nothing to lose, man. You're a true freshman. You're filling in for a ranked guy on your team, and you got a chance to go out and get a big win for your program. Go out and get that takedown. Go find a shot.
What's going on out there, Brian?
Well, we got an unnecessary roughness call with 5 seconds left. The CSB bench is not happy about it.
That's on you.
I mean, my thing is this is wrestling. You know, the whistle just blew. It's over now. Shake hands and get off the mat. You guys did your job. It's over. Let's move forward.
Coach Smith not pleased with the officiating, letting him hear it. So how about it? The win for Brock Rogers, and we move on to the next weight class, but we will take a break. Right after this, we'll be back. Pac-12 Insider.
Yeah, Coach Smith is getting chirpy right now.
What's that?
This is Jose Farias. Farias. Sorry, Jose. Sorry, Kerman High School.
No, Farias. How many points was that last win?
So they got a decision. So that was 3-1.
So 3.
Yeah, 3-1. So it's 10-6 right now.
10-6,
Team
okay.
score.
All right, 10-6.
And Vance, I do have the YouTube feed up on here. So if I see any outrageous comments, I might address them.
Hey, go for it.
While we have them.
So Rogers got the win, 3-1.
People are asking about the temperature. I want to say it's like, what, 77 degrees out right now? 75?
Check your iPhone, Holmes.
I don't have an iPhone. I have an Android.
Androids don't give the weather?
No, Vance, listen. When you attack my cell phone of choice, okay, that's like a personal attack, and I'm going to react very defensively.
Bro, if there's somebody I don't want to pick a fight with, it is definitely you. Who do you have here in the 57s?
So we got Jose Farias. Farias filling in for Devin Shea, and really he's been the guy at 157s for CSUB, Kerman High School. He's a true sophomore. And then we have the legend. We have a legend in the mix, Legend Lamer. Another one of the Lamer brothers from Oregon. He's going to get that first takedown about 20 seconds in. Now we want to talk. Vance, if we're looking at names, okay, who out of this both lineups right now, who do you think has the coolest name?
Well, I mean, it's hard to beat Ferrari as a last name. I mean,
Vroom.
That's you know. How do you? And then so we have a Hercules, Legend, Ferrari. Great question. I'm going to go with Hercules Ferrari. How's that for a name?
We'll go Hercules Ferrari, and then we'll go Legend. But Legend wrestling like a legend right now. That first takedown, and now a 4 count out of that roll through tilt. Doing a good job now. Going to work right away, controlling that tricep of Farias.
Hey, he's grabbing our fingers.
Legend Lamer going to work on top.
Ollie green.
Right now, Legend Lamer
Number
winning
29 in the country.
Yeah, he's winning 7-0 over CCB's Farias. Now going to work with that armbar.
Good job, Ledge. Keep working. Great bottom, warning. Good job, kid.
And that's already a stall call for Farias. I mean, Farias, kind of hanging on his stomach a little bit, trying to work to his base. But Legend Lamer's doing a good job, really just creating a lot of pressure and taking out Farias' arms. He's going push chop on the left side, and he's using that to find a cross wrist. When I say push chop, he's pushing up on Farias' elbow while adjusting a tight waist, and it's kind of like a seatbelt going across your hips.
We're working.
Force it. Yep. You got it.
You got a minute, Legend.
1 minute.
1 minute left in the first.
Post.
Just run the barbed wire.
Post.
I mean, if I'm Legend Lamer on top, I mean, you want to continue to build points. You got your riding time right now, 50 seconds left. I mean, you've shown you can just take him down. I mean, you can keep working here. Obviously, you want to get a fall, but now, yeah, Farias not really doing a lot on bottom. You don't want the other wrestler to control the pace of the match, right? So if you feel like you can't turn him and he's just kind of hanging out on there, make him work. You've shown that you can take him down fairly easily. Now it's getting a little bit too late to cut him, but if it's a little bit sooner in the match, yeah, cut him. Go get another takedown. You see a little back and forth between the coaching staff and Luke Smith. That wasn't even a coach. That was another wrestler.
Gotta get the other one in.
It's kind of like what you said earlier, man. It's like the acoustic, like people can hear everything.
At the end of the first here in the 57s, Legend Lamer, number 29 in the country, is up big, 8-0. After this match, after this bout, we will take a 10-minute halftime break. We'll show some highlights of the first bouts and to set up for the second half of this Fuel on the Field, in the field, Bakersfield.
Wait for him to build. Let's get your falls going. There you go.
Yeah, he's tired.
There you go.
He's
Wait for him
tired.
to build up and then roll through.
You can hear from the Cal Poly bench, they're like, hey, man, like, wait for him to build up and then roll through. And really, this is actually Sarias talking to the referees saying, hey, if he builds up, you can roll him through. Like, hey, he's still stalling. He's still on his stomach.
You keep looking. Yeah, he's gonna break. Yep, he's breaking.
Big step.
Farias doing his best to not get turned here.
Let's hit down. Feet to one side, Jose. Good. There you go. Keep building up.
And again, if you're Legend, I mean, right now you're looking for a pinhold, right? I mean, you can try to maybe get him opened up with possibly another takedown. I mean, Farias really needs to work. I mean, that's the second stall call.
Coach Smith said we're working him.
I mean, they're trying. Oh, but Legend needs to watch his own back. Right now he's safe. And then he gets that 4-near fall, and that's going to be a technical fall for the legend,
Wow.
Lamer himself.
Cal Poly, 5 points. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have
So
a
that'll do it.
5-minute intermission at this
Technical
time.
fall.
We will have a
Therefore, legend Lamer. At this time, we are going to take our halftime break, but we're coming back. We're going to have highlights and some things to discuss on this great feud on the field, Pac-12 Insider.
Soccer field, courtesy of CSV Campus Dining. And Spring Barbecue's coming back, be part of the history for the 50th anniversary of the event. Good evening on campus with great food and
All
live.
right, so homeboy, what's our score here?
So right now, the team score,
Legend, what did he get?
yeah, so Legend with that last 4 count for that. Vance, don't die on us. You got that Valley fever, man. Yeah, that was a great roll through tilt to get that 4 count to put him in the technical fall range. So right now it's 15-6. But if you look on this back end, like I want to know who's going to wrestle. I mean, they got right now CSGB has 3 guys listed at 165. You got Guillermo, you got Evan Manzo, Steve Cadet.
Oh, we did not. Did you hear, Kyle? We didn't get. We didn't get.
I'm looking at the YouTube live stream right now. Let's see what we got. Any comments? And if you're listening right now on YouTube, if you got any questions that are appropriate. We're on YouTube right now.
Oh, you mean we're on YouTube? That's
Yeah, we're on YouTube Live.
Yeah. Hey, tell our YouTube crowd. Tell our YouTube crowd I got the scratch. Sorry, man. I've been on the mic 9 straight days. I got the scratcher. Sorry. Kyle, what'd you say, bud? Got a lot going on, Kyle.
Vince, you heard him, right? He said they don't have the last match.
I got that part.
Right now we're getting more ice.
A lot of people in my ears at the same time.
Evan Manzo just bursting some ice right now.
Yeah, well, Ryder Holman, then we had a forfeit. Then Clinton Shepard and Marcus Woodrow. What's up, YouTube?
Manny Rivera.
Manny, what? Coach, how's it going?
Yeah, Manny Rivera says, what's up? Manny Rivera says, hey, won't that make it slippery? Well, so that was exactly the issue for 125s is the mat was still wet when we did the senior day stuff. So people were coming out on the mat, obviously parents and stuff, and they were bringing some dirt out on there. So there's a little bit of dirt. So Manny, I don't know if you understand this, about anything that's outside for too long under the sun. I mean, I know you're a California originally, California guy originally, but now you're out living in the cold weather of Minnesota.
Hold on a second. If you say I get in trouble with you for talking about your phone, you talk about Manny. Now.
No, Manny Rivera is my guy.
Oh, okay.
I like Manny.
I got to stop.
I like
Defend the guy.
Coach Rivera. So we got Eddie. We got Eddie getting after it, drying it off.
I got you, Kyle. Welcome back, everybody. Vance Paul and Brian Batista out here catching some rays, relaxing and we've got some highlights from the first few matches that we're going to go over and talk about, and then we'll throw it to break and come back and kind of get set up for the next.
It's really important. Go to Holman in on the legs already. Ethan Ryder.
Yeah,
can
Holman
scramble.
He's
He's
got that
job.
far.
I mean, what really impressed me from Holman was that he was able to get some really great back points off of some bent leg Turks. But Ethan Ryder do a really good job wrestling through a position here where he utilized that reaction time to continue to wrestle and get that takedown. However, though, still giving up a major decision to Holman.
Next up was the 141s between Zinkin and Shepard. Cal State gets the win here.
Yeah, I mean, that first period, Zinkin was kind of looking like he was getting backed up with those underhooks. But after that, after the first period, it was all Zinkin all over the mat. So he did a really good job riding, putting a lot of pressure, using the legs. And I thought they were going to go top third period, which I actually thought was a great call. Zinkin, however, was able to get that reversal to put him in a really great spot to really take this one away from Cal Poly.
Got a big audience today. Ton of people watching on Pac-12 Insider. Ton of people watching on YouTube. And this is a fun afternoon. We will take a short break and we'll come back and get ready for the next segment here. Pac-12 Insider, this is the Fuel on the Field in Bakersfield. I'm Vance Palm, Brian Battisto, having a great Sunday afternoon on the campus of Cal State Bakersfield. Back after this.
Production crew is they're doing a good job. I mean, the issue is though is like it's outside, so it's like when was the last time we did this? Feet on the field.
AK, question on what we're doing. Are we going Rogers wind draft?
Isaac, when was the last time we did an outside duel? Was it 4 years? 3 years?
I think it was 2 years ago.
2 years? Okay. And then
Has it been every year?
no. How many people from 2 years ago are still in their same position?
Probably a decent amount.
Okay.
Say Andrews for sure.
No, I'm not talking about wrestling. I'm talking about production crew because, like, this is uncomfortable. Like, where are the outlets? The outlets are, like, over there, right?
Yeah.
I'm listening. I got you, man.
Kyle's yelling at me, so I'm going to.
It's supposed to be
Yeah, I think. Thank you.
Kyle, do you still need me here at the table? After here.
Does our YouTube audience see how much fun we're having? Hey, look, everybody thinks it's simple to do these things, man. You got to be on your toes, brother. I was doing Turner Broadcasting. I was doing I was calling in to do the G League Showcase, the D League Showcase.
Wait, this is, just remember, it's hot on YouTube Live. People wanted to make sure we knew.
I got called in to do the Turner Broadcasting. Went to do the D League Showcase, the NBA D League Showcase, and I called like million games, and they were bringing me like Danny Ainge, all these NBA coaches and scouts and GMs. They were rifling them in one after another. Then they start the game, and they're still.
You're already burned out.
They're still bringing me.
Oh, they don't even care.
A D League game of Danny Ainge, the ultimate like Celtic, is sitting right there, and I'm calling the game. He's sitting right next to me. Well, you know, Vance. And,
Yeah.
And I got Turner in left ear, D League in the right ear. It's like, hey, man.
I did.
You gotta be 25, 41, 33.
We hosted the league tournament at Frontier High School this year, and it's girls and boys at the same time. So there's 14 weight classes for both. So do some math here. That's a lot of people, and I'll tell you the story in a second.
Oh, what a great look. College wrestling at its best outside in California. It's pre-spring. I think, when they brought out the Groundhog Day, I thought the Groundhog said we're in for some more winter. Not here, brother. It is nice and beautiful. I'm Vance Palm with Brian Battisto, having a great time today. Let's get back to some highlights. At the 149s, it was Rogers for the Roadrunners and Windrath, Hercules for Cal Poly.
Yeah, Rogers is doing a really good job, really just timing Hercules, just timing his hands and getting to his legs. I mean, he was really kind of just dictating a lot of the pace on the match. Hercules being the freshman filling in for number 9, Chance Lamer, and really just took over the match. And things got a little bit chippy at the end, but it's wrestling, people. Like, that's what we like to see. That's a part of the sport. And Brock Rogers, kind of a little bit banged up. He's really hot right now. Like, he's having a good season. He's wrestling really well, and it's awesome to see him get this kind of win.
Excellent. As I look over and there he is, Legend Lamer. He's took care of business against Farias. Now he's sitting over here live on just on shorts, catching rays on his phone.
That's California, baby.
He's like, look, I took care of business to 157s. I beat Farias, and now I'm going to catch some rays and do some social posting over there. That's a great shot.
I mean, the UV rays are great right now. So, honestly, going out there and doing his job against Farias. Farias is doing everything he can to fight, being the true sophomore from Kerman High School. But again, the legend that is Lamer from Crescent Valley High School doing a great job, utilizing a lot of turns on top after a first period takedown to really kind of just blow this match wide open, get that technical fall, and that's now going to put the Cal Poly Mustangs now up 15-6 in the team score over CSUB.
Thank you, Brian. Good work. We'll take our final break, and when we come back, we will get to the back half of this Fuel on the Field in Bakersfield. We'll be back right after this on Pac-12 Insider, Cal State Bakersfield.
Man, these UV rays. So I was saying, we hosted league at Frontier, and we did the finals. And we were, again, it's 14 weight classes for girls and boys. So there's 28 wrestlers, and you do 28 plus 28, that's 56. I think that math's right. But I announced all the names like I was Bruce Buffer in UFC. So I did like the first like 5 or 6 names, and I'm like, I did the math clicked in. I'm like, oh no, I have like 40 more names I got to do. And my voice started, and this was coaching and like dealing with parents, and we're running tournaments. So like, I was like, all right, I couldn't let off any steam. I just had to push through it. Eventually, by the end, my voice is like gone.
Well, like some of these, I remember seeing a documentary on a group, The Police.
Yeah. The band? The Police? Okay.
Favorite group, right? They were in Thailand.
Message in a bottle.
And Sting lost his voice. Like 80,000 people were waiting, and he couldn't sing. He was crying. Your voice goes.
Oh, my gosh.
Pretty crazy. Kyle, how are we doing on timing here? So we're going to come back here?
Oh, we're hot right now. Guillermo Escobedo, glad that we have him out for 165.
I try to sit out here for a minute. Pressure. Nice and low.
Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Second half of this Fuel on the Field.
I'm very, very glad we got Guillermo Escobedo wrestling in right now for 165. We had 3 guys listed initially for CSUB, but this is a great opportunity for Guillermo Escobedo to wrestle a really top-notch wrestler, Luca Wick. Luca, the younger brother of Evan Wick, who had wrestled at Wisconsin, few-time All-American, transferred to Cal Poly to be out here and wrestle with his brother.
Nice and low, elbow in, get some pressure.
Luca Wick currently ranked number 25 in the nation. It's kind of wild. Luca Wick is already a redshirt junior. It just seemed like yesterday he was in high school wrestling for San Marino.
Right elbow in.
I mean, this is a great opportunity for both guys. Wick wrestling an opponent that he's going to have to wrestle at the at the Pac-12 conference, and Guillermo an opportunity to get a win over a ranked wrestler and put himself in a spot where he can get an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament.
Clear the underhook. Keep your pressure. Keep your head position.
Guillermo loves working these underhooks. His elbow's a little bit shallow right now. He's trying to dig in too, but he really likes throwing by from that underhook, so if he can really sink that elbow in.
Hey, Luca, right elbow in.
Vance, too, I got to be careful because I'm talking about Guillermo, and Sarias is right here. I don't want him to hear kind of insider information.
Coach Sarias lamenting that he didn't have a suntan oil before this thing got going.
I'll tell you what, the left side of my face is cooking right now, so I will for sure have a sunburn.
It's your best side.
Isaac fanning me right now. Where are the palm trees?
Right here.
Palm. We got Vance Palm.
Just over a minute here in the first. The 165s.
You're right at 1 minute, Luca.
Crowd still coming in. It's great to see.
Let's get through them.
Shout out Isaac Camelli, who was holding it down on Friday for us. Oh, big limp by Luca Wick. He goes right to work, throwing that leg in. He's now in a cross-body ride, forcing the other leg in. Now he's hand-fighting underneath. Guillermo trying to get that foot out.
Right leg deep. Fight the wrist on your left. Fight the wrist. Right leg stays deep. Good job.
Guillermo throwing that leg out, looking to stay tight. Luca Wick draping over the top. Trying to look maybe for a cradle. Guillermo up to his feet. We're still in bounds. We're still in that cylinder. Guillermo very wisely staying in. He gets to his feet, but we're out of bounds. So with little time remaining in that first period, Luca Wick is able to get a takedown, and we'll see if he can get the ride out. This is a very big point for this match. If Guillermo Escondido can get out, he's in a great shape to possibly come back into this match.
Get weight on his hands.
Guillermo trying to roll. That might be a count. No count, though.
Yep, short time. Good job.
Great mat return by Luca. That's a big ride out.
So impressive first period here for Wick. Number 25 in the country. Boy, he sure passes the eye test, doesn't he?
That was a snap. Go behind.
Yeah. I'm not going to comment on his physical appearance.
That's show fodder.
Pressure snap.
We use that all the time in basketball. Well, he's first off the bus when there's 7 foot, 290 pounds.
Pressure snap.
Let's see if Luca Wick, what he ends up doing here, because right now, you have this lead. It's 3-0. You're on your feet. I mean, are you going to be somebody that's going to try and go out and get bonus points, or are you going to try to continue to hand fight and see if you can kind of get those points coming in later in the period or in the third period? Or are you going to try to protect? And I think really the right option is continue to look to score points and continue to hand fight. And sometimes in these close duels, Vance, like wrestlers will wrestle a little more tight. Like they're less likely to go out and score points, because it's not just about winning the match per se, but it's also about winning it with bonus points or not giving up bonus points.
1 minute, Luca. 1 minute. Head position.
I think with Cal Poly, the way their lineup work kind of looks on the back end, there's a lot of kind of toss-up matches, and then we also have Adrian Ferrari coming later at 197 pounds.
Stay down. Stay down. He's got to come to you.
Coach Cerritas barking it out. He's got to come to you.
So that kind of answers my question earlier. Luca Wick is going to look like just to kind of protect his lead right now. 35 seconds left in the second period. Guillermo starting to pick up the pace with some attacks here. Let's see if he can get to Luca's Wick with short time remaining.
Under half a minute remaining here in the second period. We're in the 165s. Escobedo from Bakersfield. Wick, Cal Poly.
Stay on his head. Head position.
Luca Wick's doing a great job closing out the underhook, but as I say it, Guillermo's right back where he wants to be. Now he's got both underhooks. He's going to look to go throw by here. Let's see what Luca Wick does, because he cannot back up out of bounds.
5 seconds.
Guillermo creating a lot of action.
Yeah, good job.
And that's another shot as we close out this period. It's 3-0, and Green has choice. Oh, Luca Wick getting a little bit of tie-tie. Green's going to choose down. So wisely letting Cal Poly get set on bottom before you kick him loose. That way he has to basically go to his knees and then stand up. Vance Palm with the weather report, 75 degrees out.
You're up by 4. Takedown's a major. Luca, 1 takedown's a major.
In here, Coach Cerritas in my microphone. 1 takedown is a major.
Pressure.
Now, if you're Luca Wick, I mean, again, your job is to make sure you win the decision. But again, with potential bonus points coming in on the backside of this duel, if you can get another takedown and then get the ride out, that's going to put you in a great situation to get the major decision, which is going to be an additional team point. Guillermo being active, though. Luca being very undisciplined with that right hand. He keeps going to that collar tie, but now he's in on a double, coming up to a body lock. But Guillermo can wrestle here, though. Luca stepping in. So did Guillermo. Guillermo looked like for a second he was going to send it. We got 1:10 left in this third period. Both guys getting after it.
Excellent.
Luca Wick trying to work hard for a takedown to get the major decision. But if Guillermo can go and get a takedown or ride out, that's going to put it in a great situation possibly. My bad. It's actually 4-0, so Guillermo Escobedo needs a takedown and an additional score in order to be able to win this match.
That's exactly
Unless he can get stall call.
what John's telling him.
No underhooks. Nice and low. You got one good explosion. Keep that elbow.
Luca Wick fading a little bit.
Pressure forward.
Guillermo Escobedo needs to continue to be active. I'm surprised there's not been another stall call. There's been a lot of attacks. And Luca, we've really only seen two shots, really. One in the first period and then one in the third period.
Road under staff all over the referees. And now you're starting to hear the Bluebirds up in the stands calling for stalling.
Luca Wick taking a long look at that score clock, trying to see how much time we got left. Guillermo needs to not count on that stall call. He needs a takedown and back points. That stall call will not come for him to give him an opportunity to get that additional point. So we really need a feet-to-back move from Guillermo. And he's in on a single leg. He needs to finish quickly. 13 seconds left in the third period. He's going knee under. Luca Wick re-wrestling here, but Guillermo's able to send him to his butt. And Luca needs to be careful now. Short time left. And that looks like that's going to do it. Luca Wick's going to pick up the decision 4-3 despite giving up a late takedown.
So Luca Wick, number 25 in the country, got all he asked for from Guillermo Escobedo. What a nice match that was. Everybody pumped up, fired up. We'll be back with the next one right after this on Pac-12 Insider.
I mean, that was a good match. I mean, Guillermo kept looking for his underhooks. I'm surprised we didn't get a stall call, honestly. I mean, there's a lot of action here. And you can see Sarias right now talking with Luca. When you know, right, when your opponent's offense is going to come from one move, like, if you just make a little adjustment, you take all that away, and then you can start looking for your stuff.
Chris Neal.
Oh, yeah, we got Big Chris. Big Chris down at 174 this time. Man, he is a man that has traveled many weight classes.
I talked about him last night on a men's basketball game. We were talking about players having to step in and, fill different roles on the court. And, you're 6'2" guarding a 6'9" guy at times just because of attrition on the track, on the course. What's my count?
Up next at under 74 pounds.
We're back. Vance Palm, Brian Batista. We're on the main soccer field at Cal State University Bakersfield. We're into the 174s right now. Hey, Chris Neal gets to wrestle at 174, Brian.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. I mean, Chris Neal, he's a natural 174-pounder, but like we were talking about during the break, he wrestled at 197, filling in for AJ Ferrari. He wrestled Little Rock at 184, and now he's at his natural weight, but he's got a tough test against Kendall La Rosa, the redshirt junior at 174 is from Houston, California. Shout out Pittman High School.
Hey.
The Vasconcelos brothers doing a great job up there at Pittman High School. Recently winning the Sac Joaquin Masters tournament, getting ready for the state tournament this weekend. Doing a great job up there.
Yes, snap him again.
Kendall La Rosa with that first period takedown, but really just kind of kicks Chris Neal loose. I like the enthusiasm he comes out, though. I mean, normally when you get that takedown, unless you're really looking to kind of continue to build your lead right away on your feet, you're probably going to really want to establish a ride and maybe do the cut in terms of letting a guy go. You might do that a little bit later in the match.
Get moving. Yep.
Overall match score.
Like how Kendall La Rosa getting some offense off of Chris Neal's collar tie. He's looking drags. He's really using his head to kind of help build that drag with his left side. He's going to look to control with his left hand. Chris Neal's right hand on the collar. I'm looking to see if he's going to go snap right now on the wrist.
Match score is 18-6, by the way. 18-6 Cal Poly.
Chris Neal needs to be very careful how he places his hand because it looks like La Rosa, his offense is going to come off of drags, wrist ties. And for somebody that has a little bit longer of a build, I mean, that's a really great offensive system to build off of. Right now, though, an attempt by Chris Neal is going to put La Rosa back on defense.
Take that.
1 minute.
And I really like how La Rosa is really controlling ties and neutral. He needs to start pulling the trigger on some of these attempts, though. We'll see if he can continue this pace later in the match. Oh, little duck attempt on the right side. Oh, and he redrags down to a single. Chris Neal needs to fight hands, though. You don't want to go down to that hot mat. Legs are burning right now. La Rosa climbing that leg. Chris Neal, use your hands. Chris Neal looking like Ricky Bobby right now during an interview, not sure what to do with his hands. You got to grab those hands that are on your leg.
What a reference. 15 seconds remaining in this first period of the 174s. Neal from Bakersfield, La Rosa, Cal Poly.
Tough ride.
La Rosa winning 6-1 versus Cal Poly. I know our scoreboard on our screen right now, the colors are different than what is on the mat. CSUB is red on the mat, and Cal Poly is green on the mat.
Score is 6-1.
So the score is 6-1, La Rosa leading Chris Neal after 2 takedowns in the first period.
Hey, Kendall, pressure, fake, snap, drag. Let's go. All day.
Yeah, it's right on the mat. It's just CCB
right away.
is red.
Waste no time.
But it's fine. It's fine. I think as long as you just kind of know it, it's just supposed to be flip-flop.
Waste no time.
Get up. Go.
Break him, Kendall.
Green is supposed to be home, I think. That's what Isaac just said. But
To a leg.
that's okay.
Shelf it.
So La Rosa is in on Chris Neal's legs now after getting an escape in the second period. Chris Neal really just not having an answer for La Rosa's leg attacks. And this is, if I'm La Rosa, you really got to start picking up the pace, right? Because, yeah, and we hear it from the Cal Poly bench. Like, you feel your takedowns coming. Don't waste time. Don't waste time on the mat. Cut them. Yeah, push yourself, La Rosa. Chris Chuanuma, associate head coach from Cal Poly, says, hey, cut him. Go get after it. Go get after that technical fall. Chris Neal really needs to show some Bakersfield grit right now. He needs to make sure he keeps his head and his hands down. You need to be really clean with your contact because La Rosa's got a lot of different options off of your contact. So he really needs to do a good job. Yeah, La Rosa's trying to bait him by sticking his left hand on Chris Neal's head. He's going to look to drag off that. Good elbow pass. Man, that was a nice elbow pass. Really impressed by the way that La Rosa's wrestling. Really just not initiating any kind of scores, though.
A little over half a minute left in the second.
It's 10-2.
La Rosa saying, I can't see the score. La Rosa, stop looking at the scoreboard, man. You're doing fine. Just keep wrestling. The scoreboard will not help you. Just listen to your coaches. Trust them. They're saying, hey, go find another takedown. Oh, that's a great drag. Oh, man. Oh, and he might get up. That bent leg Turk. Also known as a super Turk. This is a very tough spot to be in. Chris Neal's legs are all tangled up. I mean, one thing that I think we got to see a little bit more from CSUB is wrestling after you give up a takedown. You can't relax because that's how guys get good holds on you, like a Turk, like wrist control.
Buzzer sounds, ends of the second. We go into the third here at the 174s.
I hope after this match, Vance, people don't accuse me of being a homer because I really like the way that La Rosa's wrestling right now. Doing a really great job creating snaps and using Neal's pressure against him.
My advice, my man, speak from the heart. It'll all work itself out.
Right? My math right? Kendall, all you need is 2. Let's go now. Pressure drag. Easy money.
Call it like you see it, brother.
Yeah, Saria's doing some math right now. He's saying all you need is 2 takedowns. And La Rosa, little drag attempt, turns it into a single leg. Duck attempt, sorry. Turns it into a single leg. and that's one takedown. Chris Neal, you got to be stingy. Chris Neal, the team needs you. You cannot give up this technical fall. You got to keep circling, keep wrestling. LaRosa now on a seatbelt position, now on a single leg. Neal doing the splits. LaRosa's going to drive. He's going to get another takedown to lock up that technical fall, and that's big team points for Cal Poly.
Wow. So a big win, Kendall LaRosa at the 174s. When we come back, we'll be at the 184s here, the feud on the field, Pac-12 Insider.
That was a big technical fall. I mean, here's I guess CSU's path to victory. The last three matches, everybody's got to get pins. That's the only way they got a chance. For 2 pins in attack, and I think we'd have criteria. So really 2 pins in attack, get 23 points.
Garrett, AJ, and Jake.
Do you believe in miracles?
I can't say that one.
You can say that one. Why not? There was ice on here. There's precedence. There's ice.
That I like.
Yeah, and this, I think it's actually the anniversary of that.
Really close.
It's February.
Really close.
It's February something. If you're listening on YouTube Live, we're talking about the Miracle on Ice and Manny Rivera, Minnesota people. We should know about that when the USA upsets the Soviet Union ice hockey in the 1984 Olympics.
We're back, 184s. What do you have, Brian?
Well, we got Garrett Ninehouse, and Garrett Ninehouse, the transfer from Oklahoma by way of University of Purdue, by way of Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania. He is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, not an Eagles fan. And for Cal Poly, we have Dashiell Lamer, sorry.
Senior day today, and the Ninehouse family came all the way from Pittsburgh en masse. There's a big group of Ninehouses here, all the way from Pennsylvania for the special day for Garrett, and he's done really well this season, Brian.
Yeah, and we really like the way that Ninehouse wrestles. He's got a lot of ability. He got a big cut on his face wrestling CBU last week. He wrestled a very tough sophomore. I'm now blanking on his name, Mason Espinoza, who wrestled at Buchanan. So really, really impressive from Ninehouse. And then we have another Lamer, Dashiell Lamer, again from Crescent Valley High School. Corvallis, Oregon. And the Lamers, I mean, that's a really big pickup recruiting-wise. And, again, being, from Corvallis, Oregon, I mean, Corvallis is where Oregon State is. So the ability to get these Lamers over here, big deal recruiting.
Well, Brian mentioned during the break that really the path to victory for the Roadrunners is 3 straight pins from Ninehouse, Ferrari, and Andrews.
We got 3 takedown. No, nothing. It's waved off. Ninehouse being gritty, though. He's got that ankle hooked. That should be a takedown. He's got that ankle hooked. He's on the shoulder. Oh, no. Lamer wrestling through it. We got no points. Wow. This is some great action on the edge. It looked like Lamer going for a big move, and Ninehouse has a really great feel in those positions, was able to wrestle through it, and then Lamer almost got on top.
A little blood.
We got a little blood. Both guys got a feel for some upper body techniques, so we'll see what happens.
Replay or not?
Yeah, if we get a replay, I mean, again, really great exchange over here on the edge. Yeah, Ninehouse here. It looked like he had that ankle. It wasn't hooked. He had just placed his foot. Now it's hooked, however. Lamer's shoulder was out beyond reaction time. So very crucial point. Ninehouse did not have the ankle hooked. And from our vantage point, it looked like it was going to be criteria for a takedown. However, he did not have the ankle hooked. And then Lamer was able to really just continue to wrestle through positions where he almost got the takedown out of it.
Referee all over it, right on top of it.
Referees right now getting hydrated. It's important to stay hydrated when it's hot.
Ninehouse got blood just close to his left eye and ear. Here's another look here.
Yeah, big attempt by Lamer to kind of step through with that headlock. And really what we saw Ninehouse do is really just kind of slip it over his head, right? But if he got that ankle hooked, I mean, that's a different story. You can make an argument. And he does eventually hook the ankle, but then we have reaction time, and the Lamer was able to really just roll through that position. So really great look here by the camera over there to get another look at this takedown, or lack of takedown on the edge.
So along with the flowing locks of Ninehouse that are abundant, now has a big bandage.
Man, our Roadrunners just looked all kind of bandaged up. They got braces, they got knee pads, they got fingers taped, they got wrist tape, they got headbands.
Ninehouse got a little banged up Friday night in the Icardo Center. Same thing happened to him.
Dashiell Lamer, redshirt freshman, the youngest but the heaviest of the Lamers that are currently wrestling today for Cal Poly.
Remaining in the first tier B.
Yeah, I mean, I expect a lot of action. I mean, Ninehouse being a very tough and gritty wrestler, can wrestle in some really big positions here and go feet to back. And I mean, Lamer's kind of shown a capability of being able to wrestle there too. So expect some fireworks. Get a shot of our president over there snacking on the sideline. It seems like every time I see him at a wrestling meet, he's always snacking.
He comes with an appetite, our president, Vernon Harper. He's sitting next to one of the local icons of football, Bill Pierce.
You could say he's hungry for greatness.
Here we go.
Now, I could do better. I could do better, Vance. Give me a second. I'll come back.
I'm thinking that you can as well. You wanted me to say, do you believe in miracles? I can't break that Al Michaels line out, but then you mentioned they have ice. They have been throwing ice out here, so
it's hot.
It's a distant connection, meaning that all three runners would have to get pins to win this out. Would it be a miracle? I don't know. It's that heavy, but here we go.
Oh no, Ninehouse wrestling through a position. They got two near fall. And you got to continue to add the swipes. He has him on his back. That is definitely a 4 count. Ninehouse still in the top position. Now Lamer takes him to his hip with the cradle. Now we got 2 reversal the other way. We see a challenge break, but there's no video review.
Right.
So the 2 refs are going to have to wrestle through it, but the refs don't seem to know the challenge. They're going to let the sequence play out. But now they're going to break the action. So let me get my thoughts together. If we can get we can look at it on the screen. But that was a big action, right? So let's look through this. So Ninehouse on top is able to wrestle through the position and elevate. It's weird, man. This is weird. This is a weird spot. So Ninehouse was able to roll him to his back and get a count. That first count, I don't know about that first count.
Nah, they just said no review.
I think everything else is right though. That first count, I don't know. I feel like there should have been a count on the second time. And I feel bad for these coaches and the referees right now because we get to see it, but we do not have the ability right now. It looks like the coaches are just saying, hey, let's just say it's 5-2. So 5-2, CSUB leading 5-2. So it looks like we have three near fall, a reversal and a reversal. No, a 2 count, then a 3 count. No, a 2 count, a 2 count, a 2 count, a reversal, and then an escape. So we're on our feet. Dashiell Lamer in on Ninehouse's legs. His head's on the mat. He's going to try to go far leg in. He needs to be careful because Ninehouse could roll him through. He tries it. Nothing happening, though. And a big takedown by Lamer is going to tie this match up 5 apiece with 36 seconds left. I'm rocking in my chair, Vance. We got some great action happening here. Feud on the field in sunny Bakersfield, California.
Under half a minute left in the second. Tied at 5.
Lamer, he's got that arm bar. He's really using it. He used that, put that far leg in. Yeah, but Ninehouse can wrestle here, though. He's going to look for a reversal. He's sliding. Lamer's still in control.
Short time.
Just get your one. Short time left. He said, nah, and we got nothing. No escape. Time expires. Good awareness. Oh, we got one escape? We got one escape?
Roadrunners get one.
Wow.
Here we go. How about
Wow.
this in the 184s?
Yes.
Crowd's getting fired up. This is a big-time match here.
Lance, how are you not fired up? How are you not fired up? Oh, we're being tactical now. Yeah, Cerritos understands what's going on. He's like, don't. It doesn't matter. They can have the point. Just keep wrestling going.
Gamesmanship. Now you can hear the smack slinging from side to side. This is excellent.
Ninehouse right now, he's got to put the ride on. He's got to tick off that riding time. Riding time is at 59 seconds, but he gives up the escape. So right now, it's tied on the scoreboard. Riding time at 59 seconds in Cal Poly's favor. So right now, there's no riding time advantage. Oh, my goodness.
1:27 left.
Ninehouse right now with an underhook. He goes duck attempt. Reshot by Lamer. Now, Ninehouse has him in short offense. Please do not go head pinch, Ninehouse. You just need to push the arm down, slide off. Keep it simple. He goes underhook, tries to go kind of like a lat whip there. He goes reshot. Lamer, Ninehouse pausing a little bit. Ninehouse looking at the clock. He can't see it because it's bright. Ninehouse is on the legs. He's got to finish his takedown. He's got to keep his head up and his chest up. He's got to keep that bottom leg. Lamer wrestling through. Nothing yet, but there should be a danger call. And he's got a pin on his back. Ninehouse with the fall. Big bonus points for CSUB. Big bonus points.
Well, you said it. They need to have 3 straight pins. There's the first one. Wow, Garrett Ninehouse with the pin over Lamer. That's big time. This crowd is pumped. We will be back, and guess what? AJ Ferrari's next, right after this.
Time match here.
Good Lord, Vance. Sheesh. As the kids would say, sheesh. All right, guys. All right. Let's get back into it. Okay. Team score 23-12. CSUB big pin at 184 pounds. We got 2 more matches. For people that are watching at YouTube Live, we're getting ready. This is the match this is what match everybody's been waiting for.
Up next, at 197 pounds, for Cal Poly, Cole Jackson. For CSB ranked number 2, AJ Ferrari.
First series of 17 baseball
Coming out from behind your van.
And I'll strike you down.
Sounds like we got TP and Esco. AJ Ferrari, he's chilling by the van right now. He's not even on the mat.
Right next to our
He's got a
director.
big walk out, and he's walking from behind the Cal Poly bench. And he's walking out to TP and Esco. TP and Esco, wrestling, rappers, enthusiasts, famous for their hit song, The Realest Sport in the wrestling community. And AJ Ferrari, he's coming out, he's excited. Will we see a middle splits and double birds? That's what we got. A lot of people in the stands. We got a lot of people watching at home from across the country. This is what you come to see. And he'll be taking on Cole Jackson, the redshirt junior, listed as a 285-pounder, now at 197s, and he's from Oregon. Another Oregonian. And it's quiet.
That was hilarious.
It's
Our director was
quiet
like,
right
where's
now.
our wrestler? Where's our wrestler? He's sitting 1 foot away from him in his van.
He's hiding. He's right behind Kyle.
That was great.
He knew what he was doing.
A.J. Ferrari.
A.J. Ferrari with that 2-on-1. Cole Jackson doing a good job not giving up head position. They might come towards us, though. We're ready. We're getting a great look. And making sure they do not run into the expensive equipment. And A.J. Ferrari with a big takedown on the edge. And 3-point takedown. Ferrari getting the party started. Mr. Fast Twitch himself. Here he's got a good deadlift. I have not seen the deadlift in person, though, so cannot verify it. Cole Jackson trying to work to his feet here. A.J. Ferrari able to re-wrist Cole Jackson, hand fighting underneath, but he's grabbing the bottom hand. That's going to allow A.J. Ferrari to get that cross wrist.
Ferrari officially 13-0. In the 97s, you're looking at one of the top wrestlers in the country. Commanding social platform.
Commanding is a good word to use. He's got a lot of presence. Got a lot of presence on social media. A lot of followers. A lot of haters, as they would say.
It's lonely at the top, huh?
Yeah.
Up and out.
Now, if I'm A.J. Ferrari, you got to make sure you're really making the guy on bottom work, putting him under a lot of duress. And that's going to provide, hopefully, an opportunity to look for some turns and possibly some takedowns later in this match. But we're going to need at least a tech and a pin from A.J. From Jake Andrews at heavyweight. But A.J. Ferrari with the mat return, now he's going bottom like Turk. He needs to stick with this. This could be really big for Cal State Bakersfield. He's underneath the chin. He's elevating that Turk. And there's a lot of time left on the clock. There's a lot of time to get it. Oh, no. That looks like it could be close. We're getting close. He needs to stick with it. He needs to stick with it. He needs to continue to walk his fingers down his back and elevate those hips. A.J. Ferrari needs to elevate. Cole Jackson doing a good job fighting off his back. The referee's holding 4. They have not been awarded yet. A.J. Ferrari with a minute. He's going right back to it. Coach Smith saying, hey, buddy, you got to be elbow deep. Now he is. He's got to be careful grabbing that foot. You cannot bring the foot to the head in that situation. It's going to be close. That looks close. That looks pretty close. Not yet. Cole Jackson fighting off.
30 seconds.
This is going to be big. 28 seconds. Oh, he steps over. He's going to go double boots. No. We got 4 near fall. Technical violation. I did not hear the call. He's saying he was pulling on something and held it. My guess is the foot. My guess is the foot in that situation.
23 seconds remains here in the first.
A.J. Ferrari asking what the time is, and Cal Poly coach is saying, hey, he's stalling.
A commanding presence brings the ground, doesn't he?
Dance. I love this sport, man. I love this sport.
So now, if you're Jackson, obviously the message has been sent, the shot across the bow for sure.
Hands on him, pressure.
20 seconds left, and with short time, they're going to say, hey, let's go up on our feet. A.J. Ferrari needs to go get a takedown here then. If you're going to let somebody go with short time left, you got to go get that takedown. He's in on a double leg. And right back to that bottom leg Turk. He needs to elevate his hips and be underneath the chin. No counts yet, and we're time. First period. Stance. Woo! You can feel it.
I had to sit back and have a big exhale here. So we're in the 197s.
Bottom, let's go.
All right, Cal Poly is going to choose down. Okay, after A.J. Ferrari defers.
Match score is 23-12 Cal Poly right now.
Up.
A.J. Ferrari starting the second period in the top position. Cole Jackson to his feet, doing a good job getting to his feet. But he needs to be careful here. This is how A.J. Ferrari was able to find that bottom leg Turk. It was off of a mat return position. Oh, he goes cradle. No. Almost. And here's what's great, Vance. When you look at a guy like AJ Ferrari, who's been in so many big moments in wrestling, being a national champion, wrestling is some very big dual meets for Oklahoma State. He knows the situation. He knows what's expected of him. This is why he's here wrestling right now for the blue and gold. He needs to go out and get a pin.
Up, to your feet. To your feet. Fight hands. Fight hands.
Big lift by AJ Ferrari. Cole Jackson needs to have the fight of his life right now. Give up as few team points as possible. He needs to continue to work. Continue to work. And if he can get any kind of offensive score in AJ Ferrari, he'll take away those bonus points. AJ. Oh, he's going to look for that Turk again. He goes bottom like Turk. He's underneath the chin. We're right on the edge, though, with a minute remaining. And he's going to get a full count of swipes, but we need a fall. We need a fall from AJ Ferrari. A tech would help, but getting that fall would put us in a really good spot. If you're Cal State Bakersfield, he needs to be careful. It's close. It's close. They're on the other side of the match. The ref blocking us, but we got a really great camber angle on our end.
Under a minute.
It's going to be very tough for AJ to get the fall here unless Cole Jackson relaxes. It's probably not going to happen. Oh, actually, it looks kind of close right now. That might be at 30 seconds remaining. He needs to turn his face. AJ Ferrari needs to turn Cole Jackson's face. Everybody wants this. And Cole Jackson fighting hard off his back.
Oof.
13 seconds remaining with a score of 14-2. AJ Ferrari with 4 minutes of riding time advantage. And we're going to go out of bounds with 5 seconds remaining.
Hey, I'm the guy that was losing his voice, bro. Now all of a sudden.
That's my how the turntables, Vance.
My how the 5 seconds. Short time left here in the second. Well, this place just goes from a crescendo to silence. Both.
That's wrestling. I mean, people are just letting out all this emotion, and it's like you reach this point, and it's like you don't have anywhere to go. You have to go down. You have to go back down.
Jackson and Futility took a swipe at Ferrari after the whistle.
Let's go. Get on the line.
AJ Ferrari.
Coaching staff yelling at AJ. The Cal Poly staff yelling at AJ.
Now Cal Poly Pomona.
Get on the line. Well, it's great stuff here. 14-2 Ferrari.
AJ going down. And again, we need a technical fall or a pin. And then we'll need the opposite or the same at heavyweight. So let me rephrase that. AJ Ferrari needs a pin or a tech to give us a shot at getting a pin at 285. AJ Ferrari saying, hey, man, he's putting his hand in my face, which, Cole Jackson, I mean, you're wrestling a guy that's a returning national champion. You got to show some fight, and you don't want to be dirty, but you can't relax. You got to put it back on him. And AJ Ferrari with the technical fall with that final takedown. He gives us the double birds. Boys, the camera people, they're in position for it, and that's a very low split. And don't go anywhere, guys. We got more theatrics to come. He's dabbing up the president right now on the sideline from CSUB.
We'll be back right after this with the final match, and it's going to be a dramatic one on Pac-12 Insider.
Dangerous.
I love him, man. I think he's great for the sport, great for us. So when we come back, give us a lay of the land here.
I'll say it on YouTube Live right now. Jake Andrews, right now with the team score being 23-17, okay, he has to get a pin, and the Roadrunners will win by criteria. And let me double check that, because we got a forfeit at 133, so that's it right there, and then no other pins. So with Nine Houses pin, with AJ Ferrari's tech, if Jake Andrews can get the fall, CSUB would win on criteria. So he needs a pin.
You're going to say it all over again right now.
I'm going to say it. I'll say it. I'm going to put out good energy. I'm doing some California stuff right now. I'm shaking my fingers.
All right.
You know, we'll light
back.
some sage.
You just told our YouTube crowd, tell our Pac-12 Insider crowd what's up.
I mean, right now, Jake Andrews, with the dual score being 23-17, it comes down to Bakersfield local Frontier High School legend Jake Andrews versus Luke Meyer from Cal Poly. Meyer, the redshirt sophomore from Mission Viejo, California, Capistrano Valley High School, filling in for number 22 ranked Trevor Tinker. Tinker was defeated by Andrews at the Roadrunner Open earlier this year. Big win for Jake Andrews and really kind of gave him a lot of confidence, a lot of momentum going into this season. Jake Andrews is a dog. Jake Andrews is somebody that in high school, not necessarily the most accolade-filled wrestler in high school, but developed a love for the sport, wasn't able to compete at the high school level due to COVID, was traveling a lot of open tournaments and any competitions in Arizona and Utah and Iowa that were available during the pandemic, and was able to get a scholarship to wrestle at Cal State Bakersfield, and really took a lot of his lumps early. Being a freshman, wrestling at the heavyweight weight class is very difficult, and really it's just come alive his senior season. And now is an opportunity to be the hero of this duel. And he loves being the guy that wrestles at the end. He loves being the closer. This is a great moment for Jake Andrews and Cal State Bakersfield Wrestling to tie this duel and win by criteria.
Here locally, represented the Kern High School District so well. Frontier Titan.
Speaking of Frontier Titans, I see one of my bosses, assistant principal Corey Robb, up there. Sitting next to Jake Andrews' girlfriend.
Head hands, defense. Yeah, up, down.
I mean, that's what makes Bakersfield such a community, right? It's a small world.
Meyer, the redshirt sophomore from Mission Viejo down south in the OC.
Wrist roll, keep him off your head.
Both guys working. Collar ties.
Yes. Stay inside.
Ready.
Wrist roll.
Yes.
Oh, little underhook attempt by Meyer. Now he's in a quad pot. This is going to give Jake Andrews an opportunity for a snap go behind if he can get it. He's got to work for it. And now he goes head outside. He goes big lift. Oh, good Lord. Woo! Jake Andrews with a big takedown. He had him on my feet, Vance. He took him down to his back. Luke Meyer fought off, though, was able to roll through. With 26 seconds remaining, we're on the edge. Jake Andrews in a great spot with that cross wrist and has Luke Meyer extended flat on his belly. We hear Gohan Quintana just yelling, boom, 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 from the Bakersfield bench, getting after it.
16 seconds, Meyer. Let's get one.
Interesting to see Coach Cerritos having a word with Cole Jackson. A good long discussion after that bout with Ferrari, trying to glean some information off the young man.
Yeah, I mean, I think, just trying to maybe impart some wisdom here. You know, Coach Cerritos has been in the game for a long time and has really done an impressive job with this Cal Poly program. Taking over the program, actually, I want to say maybe in 2016, maybe a little bit earlier than that, but has done a really great job. And Cerritos is a CEO archetype coach, right? He's a businessman. And, we've been fortunate enough to have a lot of Frontier wrestlers go off and wrestle at Cal Poly. Most recently, Trent Tracy, Max Aguirre, Cole Reyes, off in wrestling Cal Poly. And looking back to the match, Luke Meyer getting to his feet. Jake Andrews back to the underhook position. Let's see if he can swallow the head here. He tries to go for it. We're still in bounds, and we're out. I guess we're getting ruled out. Our feet were in, though. Our feet were in.
Didn't like it either. Said both feet were in. Our final match in this great afternoon. Feud on the field in Bakersfield, on the main soccer pitch at Cal State University Bakersfield. It's been a great afternoon on Vance Palm with Brian Battisto, and it's just been action-packed in the second half of the match.
Cal Poly bench really just trying to impart a lot of positivity towards Luke Meyer right now, saying Jake Andrews is tired. Jake Andrews, though, continuing to make contact, continuing to look for offense. Both guys right now with collar ties. Coach Chuanuma trying to get Luke Meyer to peel wrists here. Jake Andrews now on his underhook. This is where he wants to be. Jake Andrews has a good lat drop here. Luke Myers needs to be careful. He doesn't have head position. This is a good spot for Jake Andrews. Jake Andrews has Trickstrom here. He goes duck attempt. I've been on the receiving end of a few of Jake Andrews' lat drops, so we'll see what happens. Jake Andrews can wrestle from this overhook, and he's got head position. 30 seconds remaining in the second period.
First contact! Heavy! Elbows in! Wrist roll! Wrist roll! Wrist roll!
Pull on his head.
Wrist roll!
Pull on his head.
Hey, you got 18!
Pull on his head.
Solid position! Solid position!
10 seconds.
Elbows in!
Well, you got the entire team for the Mustangs up, talking Meyer through. Haven't seen it like this all day.
I mean, I want to see the Roadrunners stand up. You got to match them. You got to match them.
I haven't seen it all day. I haven't seen the entire team up.
No,
I mean,
up now. They're trying to feed into their guy. You know, this is obviously this is the closing match. I mean, Jake Andrews needs to really go big here to put Luke Meyer on his back.
Wrist roll! Head up your head! Elbows in! Hey, light on your feet! Elbows out! Yes!
Luke Meyer really pulling on Jake Andrews' collar. We got a minute 30. Again, the team score is 23-17. Jake Andrews in a single leg. Now he's in quad pot. Luke Meyer looking for re-attack. Jake Andrews over-under position. And they clear out. Again, if Jake Andrews can get a fall, CSUB is going to win this duel on criteria. That's a tall task. Luke Meyer doing a good job, being stingy with his positioning. Jake Andrews needs to open up. 1 minute remaining, less than a minute remaining, 57 seconds. Jake Andrews, big lift. Luke Meyer running, that's a flee. That's a flee. He's fleeing the hold. Luke Meyer trying to run off the mat. And Jake Andrews is able to pick up that takedown at 7-0. He's going to have to go neutral. 44 seconds. Jake Andrews is going to go optional start. Oh, nope, he's going to put him up on his feet. Optional start might have been the better move here. You got a little more options. You can come out in front. You can go big here. We'll see what happens. Jake Andrews, he knows the situation. 40 seconds remaining.
Last 40 seconds.
He's going to have to be focused on the team right now and go for something big. He's got the lead right now, 7-1, but we need a fall for CSUB to take this duel away from Cal Poly. Short time left. He's in on leg. 20 seconds remaining. Let's see if Jake Andrews can go for something. Short time left. Let's see if he can go duck here. Luke Meyer, 10 seconds with an underhook. He has his head covered. Jake Andrews is going to hang on. And Cal Poly losing that decision, but it's going to take this duel by a score of 23-20. Man, hot duel. Great moment, great opportunities for CSUB to have a lot of options to try to make this close, but Cal Poly is going to take this one, Vance.
Brian, before we wrap up completely, let's do a look at the official score of the match. Boy, that was a nice one, a great one, actually. Before we go away, let's do a quick recap and highlight the second half of this great match. At the 165s, it was Escobedo and Wick from Cal Poly, number 25 in the country, with the win.
Yeah, Escobedo really just did a good job wrestling and, really had a chance at the end. He got to the legs a lot, and we see him get this takedown. But Wick had that escape point that really was the difference, making a 4-3 decision. And Wick coming away with the victory on that one.
At the 174s, Chris Neal finally gets to wrestle close to his weight, but he went up against La Rosa. La Rosa looked good to you.
Yeah, La Rosa impressed me a lot with his abilities. Really just to have a lot of different ways to get to his single leg and wrestle through positions very well. Was able to pick up a very key technical fall at 174 pounds. So great win for La Rosa and really helped cement this duel away. That really impressed me with La Rosa and Cal Poly.
You said we needed a miracle, 3 straight pins. Well, guess what? At the 184s, Ninehouse and Lamer.
Yeah, Ninehouse. I mean, this first exchange was kind of wild on the edge. We saw a duck attempt. We see a head and arm attempt. Ninehouse is able to wrestle through it, right? And this is one of those sequences where, both coaches kind of came over to the side and was like, hey, what the heck, what happened? And then Ninehouse was able to just wrestle through big on a reversal, capturing that bottom leg, trying to elevate, trying to get something here. You see Cerritos going wild in the background. This is the sequence I was talking about where it was kind of maybe tough for a second to kind of figure out the score. I had to kind of go back and do some wrestling math to figure out what ended up happening. But a great job by Lamer to wrestle through this position here. And again, big moment by Ninehouse getting that fall to put CSUB in a good spot to come back.
And then the drama really intensified with the 197's AJ Ferrari coming out of the production truck against Jackson.
Probably one of my all-time favorite walkouts for any CSUB duel. AJ Ferrari really using that bottom leg Turk well, being underneath the chin, was able to open this match wide open with a few very key signature turn holds, and it was able to come away with a technical fall.
And then, well, first let's get this.
We got to get the double birds in the middle splits.
No question about it.
That's iconic.
Thank you, AJ. And then the final match of the afternoon out here on the field, Jake Andrews and
yeah,
Luke Meyer.
I mean, it's a tall task. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, Jake Andrews, the Bakersfield local, Frontier High School, it came down to him basically. Big task. He had a chance here with this big lift. It had Meyer on his back for a second, but that would have been a big pin to come away with that fall. But great opportunity for some CSUB wrestling. Jake Andrews doing a great job. Still coming away with a big decision against a very game and talented Luke Meyer. Yeah, I'm going. I get
in the right corner there.
I get a little fired up.
My partner, Brian Batista, the best of the best. We are so fortunate to have you, Brian. Great job today. Great call. How much fun is this? What a great memory for everybody that was here. So for my partner, Brian Batista, I'm Vance Palm, saying so long from Bakersfield, where the final score, it was a great one. Cal Poly 23, Cal State Bakersfield 20. This has been a presentation of Cal State Bakersfield. So long, everybody. Have a great afternoon.